Could be a good time to cut the part here. As the warden responsible for condemned convicts, I attended to Mr. Asogi and kept watch over his cell. The night after he was found guilty in court, he was doing something with that will in his cell. He turned the cell inside out looking for it after the execution, but to no avail. I only found out about the Asogi papers when a director told me to impound them. The document was in the folds of the fellow's robes that was left in his cell, a kimono, I think it's called. Oh. I see. His kimono. That's a lie. We searched every inch of that man's cell. We looked through all his clothes. It can't be true. Are you not satisfied with calling me a liar the once? Hey, you wee waffinger. Huh. There's nothing you can do about it now. You don't have any hold of me anymore. Other than you hold you... Wait, what? Alright. Other than the hold you'd like to take on my cravat, of course. Is that what you can do, is it? He's mocking him. Are you gonna give me a good shake again? Or are you too scared? Ah! It'll enlarge. What a double act. We've compiled with Asogi's will as far as was possible. All of his personal effects were delivered to his family home in Japan. As a courtesy to the homeland of his notorious killer, of the most notorious killer our country has ever seen. And we were much obliged. I can confirm that all my father's belongings arrived safely. Aye, and you cannot deny the handwriting is that of your old man, eh? Yes, there's no mistaking that it was my father's brushwork. That was the last will and testament was the man's last weapon. I think we could safely assume that the convict was merely prattling and knowing that his end was nigh. Okay, go suck a fat one. Go suck it. Go suck a fat one. Why did I just said that randomly? I didn't even say it with like confidence. I just said go suck a fat one. Alright. Cross-examination time. I don't know what's happened here. Responsible for the condemned convicts, yeah. After he was found guilty in the court, he was doing something without will in his cell, yep. He turned the cell inside out. No to avail. Alright, let's pick up that one. It was the governor who ordered the search for the will, as I understand, is that right? Yes. And when I reported back that we couldn't find it, he grabbed me by the cravat and yelled, It cannot have disappeared completely in my face. Aye, well, it's down to the governor to keep everybody working as hard as they should. I think the governor needs a wee taste of his own medicine, Mr. Nahada. The point is, it's clearly considered a very important document, wasn't it? But it proved impossible to find. That's right. And before I knew it, it was in the morning paper, the blood-curdling article. Alright, I'm gonna take some water. Yep, some to the office, and that's when the awful accusation was made. That you aided Genshin Asugi to escape from the prison, resulting in your immediate dismissal. I'm afraid I really don't remember anything after that. As the governor of the prison, I had no choice. I could not have anything done else. Done anything else. Couldn't, whatever. And the directive came from the same source as the one instructing you about the jailbreak? Aye, from top levels of the prosecutor's office. What's the name on it? I didn't know before, and I didn't know now. All I can tell you is that my orders were to do everything in my power to find that document. The director said it had to be somewhere inside the fellow's cell. Document? Was that the wording? Document? Not will. Aye. That's what he said. Am I clutching at straws here? Just wondered if it was really Genshin Asugi's last will and testament that the sender of that directive was after. Continue with your testimony then, witness. I'm gonna go back to the second point before we go to the fifth point. And he pleaded with you not to report him, didn't he? Yeah. That's right. And like the bampod you are, you didn't tell me a blatant breach of trust that was. I could see that the man had the noble spirit. I found myself wanting to treat him accordingly. But according to what you told us 2 days ago, the convict had been strictly forbidden from having any writing materials whatsoever. Yeah, you're quite right. Ah, so when exactly was the will penned? That was before the man was remanded in Barclay, obviously. Yes, oh, we might get something here with the time. In that case, what was it found in his cell? Oh, got a hiccup. That was a hiccup. Oh, I think I might be quiet here. Just read along as I suppress my hiccup. I think I'm alright. Yo, Lord Stronghand not even saying much about the prosecution office? The fact that my father's will was discovered in his cell is clearly inconsistent with what was expected. I want to know why. Another inexplicable mystery then, huh? Well, think about that will. Alright, let's go to the last statement. Hold it! And then back to the first statement, I guess. In Mr. Sogi's kimono. Aye. The one he brought with him when he was locked up. Ah, yes. He was permitted to have his personal effects with him during his incarceration, I understand. That's right. He was granted as much freedom as possible during the few days before his execution. Indeed, he had a number of items of personal significance, I remember. He was very reluctant to part with them. Some books, a kimono, his sword. His sword? Kuruma, the famous sword of the Sogi clan. It bears the soul of my family. I don't doubt it, but I wasn't really getting at that. Forget it being the soul of the clan. Could the man have had a more obvious weapon? Have some respect with this game. Respectful silence? Warders carried firearms at all times, and the inmates have shackles around their ankles. He could have not hurt everybody with that thing. Well, he could have cut up the shackles, maybe. Well, I mean, it's pretty hard to cut steel with a sword, right? That's just, only the greatest swordsman could do that.
Is that right?
Alright, no, that's not right. Okay.
Excuse me.
Another last statement from, Daly. Are you feeling faint, Mr. Vigil? Mr. Vigil, sir. You were scarlet, sir. Oh, what? Oh. I'm terribly sorry. I didn't mean to blur it out like that. Trying to remember. Less swaying and more explaining would be helpful. Is there something about the testimony we just heard? Have you recalled something of importance? Another final statement, huh? Something of importance, possibly. Are we going to actually get to the end of this? That's what I think about. I don't think so. We might go for the 3 hours. I may have to take a break, possibly. Permission granted. Go ahead, Mr. Vigil. Yes, it was scarlet. I just remember the document was written in scarlet ink, but perhaps I'm mistaken. No, that's correct. Scarlet, you say? Well, yes. I mean, I only caught sight of it for a brief moment, of course. Even by the dim light in the cell, I remember thinking that it was an unusual color. At the very least, I'm quite sure it wasn't black. Oh. Witness? Is that really what you saw? Ah, what? Sir? Ah, something wrong, Lord Stronghand? I apologize. Continue. You make that miss now, though. The Lord Stronghand had to be visibly shaken in that way. Ouch. Didn't have her. You can plainly see the writing here. And it's black as the oil of hell's waistcoat. Well, yes. You're right. Yeah, I'd like to confirm one point. Did you actually see the content of the document that Mr. Sogi was holding that night? Oh, well, no. I mean, there was no time. As soon as he noticed me there, he hid it behind his back. It was definitely a will, was it? Yes, it was. That was what Mr. Sogi told me. Cole needs waste no further time on this matter. We'll have the will in question in our possession. Nothing more to add. I do have evidence to back it up. What did Mr. Vigil really see Kazuma's father holding? Wonder. You have an inkling, Miss Naruto. You must present it to the court at once. Alright, yeah. Yeah, that doesn't just give much away. So the real will was penned by Kazuma's father. It wasn't. It wasn't. I'm on the brink of understanding all of this. Listen to all the information again. Yeah, but shouldn't it be the, like, black ink? Because... yeah, isn't this the... yeah, wait. Let me... yeah, should I show the papers? Because that's the contradiction, right? But the papers is black. I think yeah, I'm gonna do that first. See if that works.
Objection.
Okay, didn't work. Alright, next is the report.
Objection.
Yeah, there we go. I am backing up the statement here. What you thought you saw, Mr. Vigil. I believe that is exactly what you did see. Maybe that's the contradiction. Happens again, you've no evidence to say that. I do. I'll put this autopsy report. Yes, and there's something in here that bothered me since I first read it. It states scarlet-colored ink stains were noted on the fingers of the victim's right hand. Yes, so it does. Scarlet ink. Now, I'm not familiar with the habits of the British autocracy, I freely admit. I would hazard a guess that they go around with ink stains on their fingertips today. Your wit is not appreciated. My brother was a well-bred and fastidious? Fastidious? What's your point, counsel? My point is, whatever Lord Cullen Van Zeeks was writing up in that usually coloured ink, it must have been directly before his death. Because he died before he had the opportunity to clean his hand. What? What? I remember something troubled me at the time. At the scene, the lid of my brother's ink well was open. The cleaner was punctualist about such things. It seemed unusual. And no document penned in the colour of the ink that was in the inkwell was ever found. So the document had disappeared. Are you suggesting that the document my father had in his hand that night in his cell was the same document that Lord Clint Van Zeeks was writing moments before his death? And it was... if Mr. Vigil's testimony is to believe, it can only mean that yes. Mr. Vigil, sir? And you spotted Mr. Sogi with the document in his cell. His precise words were as follow, were they not? Yeah, weapons, right? If the conversation really do go as Mr. Vigil says, then what we know now completely changes the meaning of what Mr. Sogi says. Well said. You really think Mr. Vigil didn't see the convict with a will? It wasn't that of Genshin Asogi's. It was the last will and testament of Lord Clint Van Zeeks. No. What?
Objection!
So he was planning to die. This is madness. My brother's last will and testament? That would mean that he had chosen to die, yeah. That's what it would mean, yes. No. Impossible. That's only out of the question. Lord Van Zieks. Clint was pursuing the professor. He consumed him day and night. Whatever happened. He would never abandon his investigation before his conclusion. Never. He wouldn't rest until the job was done. Until the killer was caught. The idea that he would willingly accept his own death is obscene. Who's that? Oh, right. It's Kazuma. And yeah, we can be sure that he was writing his will moments before his death. Alright, let me take a drink. Something so damning that it prompted powers to enact a daring jailbreak plot. Jailbreak. Why can't I say jailbreak? Jailbreak plot. I think it's because of the P afterwards that I like kind of slurred into it. Of utmost security? Ah, no. It couldn't be. I don't know what it was. The music played again. I've heard more than enough. Pursuing this notion of a phantom world nobody can test to have serves no thingamajig. Maybe they know that the paper wasn't a will. What do you say, Council? The last will and testament that Genshin Sogi had in his possession was that of Lord Clint Van Zieks. All the testimony and evidence presented to the court has logically led us to that possibility. We have a duty to pursue the line of reasoning to its conclusion. With no possible means of knowing the contents of the document, there is no line of reasoning to pursue. Reason why Lord Clint Van Zieks, a man of high noble standing, would have chosen death. Information so secret, people in the judiciary would be willing to negotiate the jailbreak of a condemned killer. Only one explanation that fixed those facts. It's an unthinkable truth that turns absolutely everything on its head. I don't see it, but it's just too hideous. Mr. Naruhodo. However difficult the situation might become, you work with your client in pursuit of the truth. That's correct. That's what you resolved to do when you entered the courtroom this morning, if I'm not mistaken. Mr. Zato, so hold your head high. Keep soldiering on. Yes, you're right. 10 years ago, in his final moments, Lord Clint Van Zieks left behind a will. A will that Genshin Sogi was able to use as a weapon to negotiate his escape from prison. In all probability, details in that will relate to the professor's case. The defense's last statement is mere conjecture. What are you getting at, man? What are you getting at, man? Inosuke. I don't know what it is. As soon as these words come out of my mouth, there's no going back. I do believe that the last will and testament of Lord Clint Van Zieks was in fact... Ooh, I don't even know what it is. What could it be? I don't think it's a report. It must have been a confession. Or an accusation. It could have been an accusation, right? Must have been an accusation. Okay. Okay, never mind. Well, he's saying is an I thought he was accusing someone else, not the... Of a pod? It could be a pod. Because it kind of seemed like it, right? Where is it? The utmost secrecy. Maybe it's a confession. I'll go with the confession. Alright, stop. Okay. You can do this, Mr. Naruhodo. I don't know what it is, though. The confession. I do believe... What? That it's corrupt, maybe? Actually penned that day. Was a confession. I didn't even say that right. A confession. Confession. Began the mass murderer known as the Professor. And his true identity. Oh shit. Enough, Council. Oh shit. Oh shit, he's saying that Clint is the Professor. Confession about the true identity of the Professor? Oh, it could be someone else. I don't think it's Lord Clint Van Zieks. I don't... Where's this going on? Where is this taking us? Lord Van Zieks, I appreciate this must be hard to take in. Oh. But it's the only explanation that fits. The killer that terrorized London a decade ago and became known as the Professor. The man believed to have murdered 5 members of the autocracy. Wasn't Genshin Asogi at all. No. You can't be suggesting. It was in fact the man believed to have been the 5th victim. Lord Clint Van Zieks himself. Alright, yeah, I was right. Oh god, he's breaking down. Both Caden and Visual's like, jeez. It's finally open, is it? Pandora's box. Great Van Zieks family. They've been thoroughbreds? Lord Clint Van Zieks. He was a paragon of justice. He was actually a mass murderer. A perpetrator of autocracies of the vilest nature. If the general public ever found out law and order in this country, yeah, would be in flames or whatever, he said. My brother. Oh, this is too awful. Paul Lord Van Zieks. Yeah, that makes sense. That means Genshin fucked him up. He said a Western sword, though. I wonder, though, did he ever suspect? Mr. Naohado. Lord Baroque Van Zieks is a brilliant prosecutor. Is it conceivable that he didn't realize what his older brother really was? Order in the court. Lord Van Zieks. Yo, he's gonna turn into a defense attorney after this. Professor made use of an enormous hound as his murder weapon. Tell me, did your brother own a dog? Several. Yes, he did. Balmung was a well-known hunting dog. People called him a giant. I don't believe this. When my brother would go hunting in the forest of the grounds behind the house, he always took Balmung. After Clint's death, the creature passed away too. Almost as if he was following his master. He was a magnificent hunting dog, worthy of the jewel-studded collar around his neck. Jewel-studded collar? That's right. Though sadly, some years ago now, it was stolen by a thief who broke into the house one night. Jewel-studded collar stolen by a thief? It so happens that myself and my colleagues have come across such a collar during our time in London. How could you? Yeah, I remember. Was this the last game? Made of pure gold. Yeah, it was. It was topped with a small crown. And the born on a capital B. Yeah, what? An emblem bearing the initial B. Yeah, that's Balmung. Oh my, you know it? That's the dog. That's the dog's collar. It's the insignia of the Baskerville family. What? Baskerville? Why is that name coming up now? Baskerville is the family name of my late brother's widow. Oh, shit. Widow? His wife? Wait, Clint was married? Oh, right. I guess that's why the ring was there. There can be no doubt then the collar you've described was Balmung's. Family signal of Lord Clint Van Zieks' widow. Oh, right. Oh, she's still alive. I don't know why. but she's called Baskerville? We could equally have, what? I don't know what that was. That sentence was. It was true then. Clint Van Zieks really was the professor. Impossible. These Japanese are making up to extenuate their own. It's getting hot and heavy here. In con. Well, can you deny it, Long Strawhand? I didn't even say his name properly. Stronghand? 10 years have passed, and still now, the 6 million inhabitants of our greater capital rest easy believing that justice was done. That though his anonymity, remains the diabolical murder was caught and executed. Anonymity. Yeah, anonymity. Can't really say anonymity. I add like an extra syllable for some reason. Anonymity. Anonymity? I guess skipping the Y. Normandy. That doesn't sound right, doesn't it? Alright, what's going on? Tell me then. Tell me what Clint really was. Lord Clint Van Zieks was too pure of heart. When he became a prosecutor and went in pursuit of the black roots of crime, he drove himself into a corner. Alright. He came to the uncomfortable realization that to fight the most fiendish of criminals requires one to become even more fiendish oneself. Clint. Oh, it's ending here. What the hell? Alright, never mind. 19th century was truly a miraculous 100 years for Great Britain. And indeed, the whole world. New industry, new technology, and with the birth of Metropolitan Police Service, new law and order. Water sullied by factories, air thick with noxious fumes, and crime growing daily to fill the darkness. I can't believe it. The greatest enemy known to mankind. Capitalism. But the time went on, it slowly ate his soul until eventually he was consumed. It was ironic, really, and somewhat surprising, that the truth has once again been unearthed by a Japanese. Once again? What do you mean? 10 years ago, your father, Genshin Asogi, turned up at my office one night. Why? Professor. Yes, beyond all shadow of doubt. You must issue a warrant to search his home once more. Or once. That's the point. That's why none of you British can see it. He's using his noble status as a diversion whilst he's committing these atrocious crimes behind the scene. Do you have evidence? Nothing definite as yet. He accused an enormous savage hound at the estate. We need the full support. Well, I don't know why I'm spitting her. The full support of the judiciary. Alright, never mind. I'm sorry, but I couldn't possibly put Scotland Yard onto this based on tenuous accusation of a visiting student. So I turned down Asogi's plea, and as a result, he took it upon himself to visit the Van Zieks mansion on his own. We can only imagine now what happened between the two men. Though we know of the outcome, of course, Lord Clint Van Zieks perished. I don't believe this. So in actual fact, as Misama's father did, he did the heroic thing. He made the late Lord Van Zieks meet the same fate. Put a permanent end to the professor killings. Yeah, he was the one. By taking the drastic measure of ending the perpetrator's life. You know, it actually makes sense that a Japanese man would like actually kill someone. Especially after hearing that. I wouldn't put it against them, honestly. That would be like the honorable thing, I would say. We have no time. No time? No no, I don't. It's gone over. I've got reading fatigue. After an hour. Alright, hey young, how's it going? I was the only person who knew of the true identity of the professor. Alright, thanks, Stronghand. Isn't this guy gonna come to the stand at one point? Alright, so you're admitting to it. That you were behind it. Alright, you didn't. Alright, it was you then. Pinned the crimes on my father. I did what needed to be done in order to protect the law and order of the British Empire. Even the men employing an unforgivable ruse. It was you who arranged this fabricated evidence. I ordered that detective to take care of it, whilst keeping the truth from him, naturally. Gregson. Can't believe Gregson was cooking. I mean, he was a cool guy. Obviously, he opposed me at first. Alright, that's cool, yeah. You're off your rocker? You can't do something like that. There's no question that it was the Asogi who murdered Lord Van Zieks. The house staff have made statements that they saw the man running from the mansion that night. Yes, well, I've no doubt it was the Japanese fella. We haven't got a shred of conclusive evidence against the man. And worse than that, he doesn't keep a dog, so we're short of a murder weapon to boot. We're short on time, Gregson. We must put stop to this man's rampage for the good of the country. So we'll use whatever means necessary. Do I make myself clear, detective? Blimey. NA cops. Always crooked. There's always crooked in the justice system. Always someone crooked. In the police, there's always someone crooked. Alright, so the detective handed the stolen ring to Wilson. Even the thing is, the forensic team was kind of... They were more crooked than the police. Like, everyone... Dr. Wilson, Sheath... But that's because... Stronghand is involved with the forensic team. That's why. That makes sense, but... Shake my head. Extremely easy to make him comply. You see, he had one crippling weakness. What weakness? Isn't it obvious? You, Kazuma Sogi. Family. Perhaps you have no desire to return to your homeland, Sogi. What? Though I hear you have a 14-year-old son. Just literally... Agree to cooperate and accept your guild, well contention, and you'll see Japan and your son again. But it was all empty, you scoundrel. Whether you choose wisely or not, it will be a closed trial by order of Her Majesty. So whatever rash claims you might make in court, we'll have no trouble in stifling them. There's only one outcome for you, Asogi, the gallows. Don't forget, I still have a weapon at my disposal. A document revealing a truth I know you desperate to keep hidden. Yes, it hadn't escaped my mind, which is the only reason I'm willing to bargain with you. A bit of blackmail, yeah, but on both sides. Well, I mean, I guess, maybe, I don't know. Yeah. What is it? I mean, I can see the blatant blackmail here with Stronghand. Kazuma. What's happened? Alright, he's just talking about him. It's like, keep this boy safe. Did it for me. It did it for you, son. And as I told him, my motive was simply to protect Britain from the damage the truth would do. Yeah, a bit of cooperation on both parts, yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, Lord Strong had... Okay, well, a big objection coming in. Never dared let myself even consider this possibility until now. In the light of all this treachery, I have to ask. The mastermind behind the Reap of the Bailey. Was it you? Of course it was this guy, for Christ's sakes. Who would... This guy, is he gonna laugh? Rather brilliant idea when you say Lord Baroque Fancy. Don't tell me we have to get this guy in the stands, bro, so we could... Alright. Get this guy in the stands. Could there be a more appetizing tale for London's masses, I ask you? Let him cook. Let him cook. I knew that you play the part to the perfection, but your role really wasn't that of some embodiment of death. No, you were London's guardian angel. Is it? An angel with bloody hands? I think not. Those who had cooperated with me already were only too happy to participate in my plan. Inspector Gregson, Dr. Wilson. My minions worked tirelessly, my minions, to ensure that the finger of guilt could never come to rest on you. It's all thanks to them that you exalted as the demigod the Reaper became. You know, this wouldn't happen if if the truth actually got out. That the professor was someone of a you know, his brother, but hey. I mean, I don't know what will happen with Zanzigs, but Baroque, but there's no story. I don't know. I think it's because you know, everything was new, you know, like the police enforcement and all that jazz. And if this, you know, came out of hand, you know, all that work, getting the police and shit going, would be all for naught. And that's why Strong had put a hand to it. Yeah. It was all for the yeah, here we go. The preservation of law and order across the entire empire. This guy's off his fucking rocker. He did it? I can't believe it. Wait, are we actually fit? He literally just confessed this crime, yeah? He doesn't even need to be in the stand, right? It was all in the aid of keeping London safe. I mean, that's like, yeah. Never mind, I'm not gonna go there. It don't matter. I mean, this is still in a close trial as well here, so. Beyond these four walls, nobody needs to know the truth. Even Her Majesty must be protected from this. I trust you all appreciate an importance of my request. It is of the course for the good of the country. I mean, the reason why, I mean, he was a prosecutor before. Wasn't he? Yeah, wasn't he a prosecutor? Strong had before he became wherever he is now. For the accused Lord Van Zeeks. We're getting that not guilty. Of course, to know that you're a highly accomplished prosecutor. So I find it hard to believe. Yeah, this is new music as well. I don't know. He didn't have any doubts at all. That you've never suspected your older brother. I'm pretty sure he did not suspect his brother. Or maybe he was. Maybe an inkling. It was only once, but only once. Just one bit of doubt. I couldn't say that I never had my doubts, yeah. My brother's sense of justice was extremely strong, perhaps. Too strong. I observed. At the time, there were members of the autocracy who were bleeding the country dry for their own gain. I thought I got a Discord message for some reason. It was just a game. It was a great source, great or whatever it was. And coincidentally, at the same time, the professor began his terrifying reign. During the time of the professor's killings, my brother did not appear to be himself. Alright, well, noticeable. It was only once, not more. He lashed out once. That one time he lashed out. Clinton wasn't the culprit. That was my conclusion at the time. And I still believe that now. Do you have any evidence to support that idea? Oh, we're going in deeper. We're going in the motive. Third victim was the Lord Chief Justice at the time. Yeah, and it was he who had recognized my brother's potential and trained him as a prosecutor. No matter what the circumstances, it's unthinkable that my brother could have killed his friend and mentor. Here we go. We're going in even deeper. Why? The motive. Why did Clinton kill all these people? Oh, the third victim. Neither Clinton Van Zeeks nor Genshin Tsugi still walks on this earth. However much we debate this, yeah, whatever. We cannot hope to reach a conclusion. Is he actually ending it? What's going on? Like, there are only two extant pieces of evidence from the time. The woe-begone ring that acted as the incriminating evidence to condemn Genshin Tsugi, and the 3-page last will and testament penned in blank ink. All right, we'll get to it. Yeah, well, I'm still. What happened to the other? What happened to the other paper? All right, we'll find out maybe soon. I will present myself as the Ministry of Justice for whatever sanction is deemed appropriate. That is all. Court is adjourned. No, I don't think that's gonna end. Get in there.
Objection.
Yeah, get in there. No way it's gonna end like that. The classic objection in the closing off the trial. Let him cook. Let him cook. Now Hardo's cooking. Was he cooking? If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have made this 11th hour discovery. 11th hour? How long is the... What discovery? How long is this trial going? What do you mean 11th hour? I'm afraid... I must insist the trial continues. I beg your pardon. As the court has been reminded today already, we must stop at nothing to uncover the whole truth. And to that end, one particular statement made by somebody in this courtroom moments... I don't remember. Revealed a very subtle contradiction. Is it, I don't know, who is it? It might be Stronghand for all I know. It began with Lord Van Zeeks and his recollection with his brother. But Lord Stronghand didn't permit the defendant to speak at such length. I'm merely pointing out that we could draw no further useful conclusions here, so where On Earth it contradicts. Yeah. I was going to finish the shun, but yeah, the contradicts. I hope it's non-strong hand. Here we go. I don't know who. Let's just save. Let's just save 50-50. Yeah, it's 50-50. Well, I don't think it's no way it's let me see. Let me see we'll get there. We'll get there. Okay, nobles. Terrifying rain. Yeah. Who was the suspect? The third victim was the Lord Chief Justice. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's strong hand. It must be, right? It can't be with strong hand, I'm sure. Oh, maybe not. Neither Clint Van Ziggs nor Genshin, so he's still lost. Yeah, however, what, do we have a third evidence? Do I have the third evidence? Isn't it the red piece of paper? Yeah, the weapon. I don't know. I'm going for it. Do you care to explain? I don't know where we're going with this. Among the statements you just made a few months ago, something you said was inconsistent with the third piece of evidence we have. What, the last will and testament? Alright, okay. Yeah, I guess maybe that's the inconsistency. They may very well prove fatal. Oh shit, oh no. Alright. It must be the, must be, right? Papers.
Take that!
Alright. Music stopped. Seems like we're on the right track. This here is the will left behind by Mr. Sogi. The 2-paged will. Oh. Alright, yeah. You did say 3-page. The 3-paged last will. Wait, what? There's another piece of the paper? What was the third page? Actually, what the red piece of paper is, man, I just bullshitted that. I'm gonna lie. I just had an inkling, but I did BS my way into that one. Because the piece of paper I'm thinking about is Clint's damn, yeah, his will. What was I thinking? I just didn't get the... Well, he did say 3-page. There was a third page. Alright. There was a third page. Caden's going in. First 2 pages were the actual will, if I mind correctly. Yeah. The third was a message to his lad back in Japan. Perfectly played. Yeah, correct. I don't think I've ever gotten it correctly. Like I've like bullshitted most of my time. Yeah, just like Phoenix. Alright, so I decided that the third page ought to be sent. Oh, right, so Kazuma has it. It's like, I do not have this paper. How dare you make the decision? I had the right to know what he said. Yeah, so what? Did it send to him? What's going on? What's... Okay, he sent it somewhere. As it happens, I have the third page of the document with me here. Alright. So it wasn't sent. He just hasn't. It will be given to you at the end of these proceedings. Yeah, it'll be too late once the trial's over. Are we near the end? I think we are. Like, it's taken 2 hours. We'll go for the third hour, the classic third hour. Your request is denied. Whoa. Inevitably, muddling words can be no consequence now. Alright, that's a bit rude. Bit rude there, strong hand. Coach should know the contest. It's like, oh, it's Lord Strong Hand. He did it. He told me. This guy's crooked. This guy's crooked. You'll read the third page. Yes, sir. Only, I should point out, my lord, that I can't actually read Worm language. It's beautiful handwriting. Shame on you, Barry. Who's this? Oh, it's Mikotoba. He just walked in. I could be assistance here. I'll be happy to translate the words into English for the card. Alright. Good old Mikotoba. Still here, are you? What do you think he's gonna be? Back home. Back in Slim's suite. Of course he's like somewhere in the damn courtroom. Corporation. Alright, it's whatever. Kazuma, the truth is shrouded in darkness. A darkness only our clan's great sword can pierce. Mighty Karuma, twisted thy head and watch them fall, all thy mortal foes. There must be something with the sword. That's the end of the message, you would seem. A haiku poem. Was that a haiku? I must have botched it then. It was a haiku. What is Karuma? Name of the Asogi clan's famous sword. A very sharp blade known to all, passed down for generations, embodies the Japanese spirit. It's not known to me. It's the katana son that was submitted as evidence early in these proceedings. Yeah, Renosuke carried it throughout the first game. Alright, yeah, they've got 3 pages. Can't believe it. Alright, all these procrastinations. Whatever. As the presiding judge, I have been accommodating as possible of the will of the courtroom. However, despite all that, no new information has come to light. Wait, hold on. the sword. In pursuit of justice, Lord Clint Van Zeke's tragedy lost all sense of morality. When he murdered his former mentor, clearly he was already devoid of his normal faculties.
Objection!
Big objection coming in with Van Zeke's. How dare you? I refuse to believe that of my brother. Too much time has passed. We could ever hope to know more than we do now. Especially since the alleged will that he penned in his final moments appeared to have been lost forever. Ugh. Oh, strong hand. You appear to be something of a hurry to wrap things up. I wonder why. Something to be of a rush. Of course, this guy this guy's clearly the mastermind of all this. Alright. I stand by that. Without the Reaper, we could never have achieved the reduction in crime the capital has seen. Makes sense. What about Inspector Gregson then? And Dr. Wilson? There were no criminals. You used them to achieve your ends. And then you had them killed. That's true. However you dressed it up. There was nothing fair or just about that. It's just to me, goddammit. Oh, strong hand. What exactly is that you're hiding? Dr. Victor Toba. Were you not to quietly withdraw after the translation of your former associate's will? Alright. In this court, no argument carries weight unless it is supported by evidence. Oh, we've got to find more evidence for this guy. We see the defense has no more evidence to present. Try to investigate the sword? Probably will after this. I hereby order all disclosure from these proceedings to be struck from the record. How about no? It's my last chance. Just now, hold on. I have to present something decisive. Now. It's all over. But can I? Alright. Is it time to look at the sword once again? Is there something? On the top. Yeah, looking like it. Mighty Kuruma. Twisted thy head and watch them fall. All thy mortal foes. That's the proper way to use the sword, is it? Maybe I should try it. It hurts my neck. That's the trouble. Miss Naruhodo. If I might make a suggestion, I think perhaps it doesn't mean your head. Oh. Head of the sword. Back of the hilt? Well, it's not even the hilt, it's the... Oh no, yeah, it's the hilt. Never mind, I'm correct. It's written as head in Japanese, but pronounced as Kushira? Alright. So Mr. Sogi does really mean twist the butt of the hilt. You don't think. Man, yeah, there we go, there's the evidence. Looks well inside. Is that a tally wound sheet of parchment? Oh, can I read this? Oh, there it is. Scarlet. Oh no, it is. Yeah, it is. It's the last will of Clint. We haven't found that. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, this is it, isn't it? This is Naruhodo. Look, the signature at the end. Clint Van Zeke's. And the date, 10 years ago on the fateful night. So for 10 years, it's been silently concealed inside Karuma and nobody knew. I've been holding this thing for about like a year. Wait. Oh my goodness. Look at this. I can't read it. This is unbelievable. Okay, I gotta read it. Gotta read the note now. Yeah, I gotta read the note now. I can't even read it. It said the last will and testament hidden inside a trump card. All right, we'll get to it, I guess. I'll present evidence. I got it. All right. We're getting there. We're nearly there, yeah. As that happens, the defense does have evidence to present. Music. I can feel it.
Objection!
It's high time. This gentleman has an uncanny habit of producing evidence at the final hour. Yeah, that had escaped everyone else's attention. Nonsense. A bit of Deus Ex Machina. Is this Deus Ex Machina? Not really. Because, I mean, it's been in the sword for quite a while. You know, it's all led up to this point, hasn't it? Okay, well, let's see what's in the details here. This is decisive evidence. Well, it appears there's no escaping it now, my lord. Let it be so, then. Alright? So then whatever you think you have, you can settle this decade-old enigma if you're capable. If you're capable.
Take that!
Yeah. Funny thing is that you gotta submit evidence beforehand. Yeah, true, true. You can't be like submitting it all willy-nilly. Astute observation. I'm sorry, what's going on? But in case it escaped your notice, that document was lost long ago. Oh yeah, I have it here, bro. That right. Yeah, it was. Only I have it right here. Yeah. Discovered just moments ago. I just didn't. Yeah. Must be so... how did this, like, actually happen? Like, if it was actually happening. I just, like, looked at the the sword. It's like, one moment, strong hand. I need to see the head of this blade. Alright, it's the key. I get to it. Man, strong hand's pissed. We got him. He's flustered. You know, strong hand kind of reminds me of, what's his name? Damon. From the first game. Sixth episode. Was his name Damon? I think that was his name. Alright, the signature, the seal, looks official. Yeah, that's my brother's handwriting. My god, egads, it's true. My brother's handwriting. Could be no mistake. Damon Gan, yep. That's what, yeah, that's basically what reminds me. Yes. The resemblance. Can't do that, my lord. This document could explain everything. What's inside? We haven't even gotten into it yet, right? Alright, why are you trying to hide? Why are you running? Why are you running? Could be you already know what's written on this page. Pause adjourn with immediate effects. Clear the call room. Yeah, it's too late. It's too late. Get the feet up. Do that, my lord. And you'll suffer a fatal blow as Lord Chief Justice. I beg your pardon. Possibly ending a trial without good reason. And not any trial, a closed trial by order of Her Majesty the Queen. To defy the monarch's will is treason. Lachlan Van Zieks really did pen a will that day. Exactly as the young Japanese man said. Read it out loud now. Yeah, I'm waiting for it as well. What's on that will? Well, well, my lord. It would rather appear as though proceedings aren't going to go quite as you hoped. You fools. Go ahead, Rinosuke. Read it. The prosecution gives its full support. Alright, there we go. Very well done. No. For God's sake. No. No. He's doing the critical. Woo! Yeah, baby. Pen this, my last will and testament. In the final moments before my inevitable and willing death. The hour is 11 p.m. and I sit at my writing desk in my office. My good friend, Asogi, stands at my shoulder. Good friend? He has expressed his intent to invoke the dying ritual of the duel that I may depart this world with honor. Alright. An honor of which I am only undeserving. The Japanese are a truly merciful people. Damn cool scene. I, Clint Van Zieks, Lord of the Banner of the Van Zieks estate, hereby confess to the following. I am the killer who come to known in society as the Professor, guilty of 4 counts of murder. I will not here discuss the corruption rife among the autocracy, which is me, as one of them, so apparent. However, 6 months ago, I took the life of a member of the House of the Lords, at the heart of the depravity. A demon who habitually sacrificed the common man to further his own interests, abusing his position of power. The law is impotent against such vile avarice. Only a fellow demon, can rid society of this menace. That demon was my quarry, upon whom I'm willing to send my great hound. Though I am the hunter of some experience, I'm a poor felon, it seems. Are we getting to Stronghand? My guilt was at once recognized by another. I became a subject to his extortion. Alright, here we go. He held over me the threat of exposing my wicked crime to my beloved wife and brother. Under that threat, I have done this man bidding for months now, killing those he demanded I kill. As I watched my former mentor perish before my eyes at the jaws of the hound I commanded. I realized that I had lost the last shred of decency within me and sunk to the level of a wild beast. There's no path back to the light, be it I or my dear friend Asogi who dies this night. I am entirely damned. To my extortioner, male Stronghand, may you feel the jaws of the beast at your throat every time you swallow. Damn. That's it, yeah. I don't know why he's smiling. Wait, did Thimja go? Caden and Visual? When they're here? Alright, yes, Clint Van Zieks was a murder. But somebody was directing him and naming his victims. The extortioner, Lord Male Stronghand. It was you. Lord Stronghand, a moment ago. You claimed that what the court has just heard could destroy justice in this country. You weren't trying to protect justice at all. All you're trying to do was conceal the secret of your true nature and the countless lives you sacrificed up until now. Just didn't it make sense to me that the third victim, the former Lord Chief Justice, was my brother's benefactor and a man of lofty principles? As I said, Clint has no possible reason to kill that man. But you did, didn't you, Lord Stronghand? To eliminate the man who stood between you and the office you set your sights on. Yep, that's true, yeah. You sent the honing dog. Lord Clint Van Zieks. Learned as the savory shadows are deep and the arm of the law fails to reach their depths. Crime must be cut off the roots, but the Lord Chief Justice at the time couldn't see that. He was weak. So did he kill that guy, like from the first game? I forgot his name though. The rich guy. Or did he? I mean, he probably ordered someone, right? Reaper, the professor. The name makes no difference. Yeah, set him on fire. Yeah, got the... Set that caravan on fire. Objection. That's just wild. Send the whole caravan in the car room. Oh, Genshin Asogi. Well, that was unfortunate. I fully intended to send him back to Japan as we agreed. I don't believe you. It was you, wasn't it? You killed him. And no shit, it was him. In the cemetery? With the gun? 9mm? Shot him with the blunderbuss? He was there 3 AM in the morning. Put the key in the door in. They had to be a collaborator on the Japanese side to manage Asogi's treatment after his reparation. Goku had fierce ambition. Alright, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. 10 years ago, after he stood trial for the destruction of the witness stand, I had words with him. When I told him the position of Minister of Foreign Affairs could be his, he couldn't agree fast enough. Seishiro, you fool. Crooked. So he escaped the prison in a closed casket. Yeah, subsequently interred. We intend to dig him out of his grave before he ran out of air. Damn. And then just shoot him out there. He escaped there. There it is. Drebber there. There was an unexpected visitor at the cemetery. True. What nobody was supposed to see. So, yeah, it was all for Drebber. You know, in the articles. We probably wouldn't even be here in the first place, honestly. Scandal with the Rock, the very foundations of the Empire. Then what do we do? Shoot him, Mr. Jigoku. Shoot Asogi as well. Alright, Jigoku killed him. What the fuck? Alright, what are you talking about? You had an agreement. You promised him you could return to Japan, yeah. Alright, oh no, and then he's like, alright, everything has changed now. If the truth got out because of this. Why didn't you just like shoot like Drebber? Just randomly. Shoot. Wait, so who killed him? Jigoku or Stronghand? I think it might be Stronghand. Oh no, Jigoku shot Hisogi. That's fucking wild. The grave robber was close. The blood sprayed over his coat. Why didn't you kill Drebber? Should have just let him out. I don't know. Well, yeah, he did want to kill him. I mean, he was planning though. Should have killed both of them, honestly. Nah. Never to have removed the professor's mind, never to speak of the events of that night. Yeah, he wanted him dead. Yeah. He was planning to kill him. Yeah. Understand. So now you know what really happened at Logate Cemetery that night. Well, Stronghand, you little shit. You've done it again. Well, you didn't do anything. You did, you know, put this trial way too long. But, of course, that would be par for the course for the final episode of the game. It was Jigoku, your Japanese acquaintance. Yeah, but that's crazy that Jigoku killed him, though. Yeah. He claimed to be the band's friend. When push came to shove, he pulled the trigger. Well, you know, whose fault was that, eh? Just before Mr. Jigoku left the Korima, yeah. He said that the assassin exchange proposal was a demand from his British counterpart, not a request. So you coerced him too, using what happened in the graveyard. At the time, Jigoku was the Minister of Foreign Affairs, negotiating international treaties with Britain. You can imagine what would have happened if it came to light he murdered a compatriot 10 years earlier. He would have lost everything. I merely reminded him of that. How do you sleep at night? With his covers tucked, most likely. I fought tirelessly with the dark recess of London's criminal underworld. I've used whatever means necessary to ensure that justice prevails, yep. Send that caravan on fire. That couldn't be further from the truth. Fact is, you haven't fought crime at all. How dare you? What do you mean, how dare you? How dare you? I saved Clint Van Seas from dishonor. Dishonor. Not the honor. Whilst behind the scenes, you systematically buried anyone who stood in your way. But then you made my father take the blame, yeah. It was unavoidable. It was the only way to protect our justice system and public order. Let's not forget the others you had killed as well. Setting the defendant up as the Reaper to cover up the truth behind the murders of countless more. That's enough. Do you have any idea of the conniving that was led to the acquittals of those wretched criminals? We had to fight fire with either. Our cause couldn't function without a Reaper, or can functions. Did you see all I've done for this country? This has been my struggle. Alright, you've done nothing. There's Lord Van Zeeks here worked tirelessly, yeah, and justly in court. That's true. That's the prosecutor. And then Inspector Gregson. Fraught with anguish for having to sully his hand. Not to mention Geshu Sogi risked his life going in the pursuit of the truth you try to hide. No, the darker recesses of London's underworld were largely filled by you. You little shit. When you get through those 6 skulls. That was all for the Queen and country. I'm tiring of that excuse. Yeah, Queen doesn't know. She doesn't know. Queen doesn't know. Oh, you don't ever talk to Justice again. Get in there. Get in there now, Hodo. He's cooking. What does the gallery have to say here? Nothing. We did it. Did we do it? It's fine. Oh no. What's happened? Got a stroke? Well. Dear me, my good friend. It is gone. Dear me. Well-deserved round of applause, I think, for quite a marvelous performance. What are you talking about? I'm gonna play Wild Hearts. I don't know. It's gonna be a busy month for me. So probably not actually. Gotta attend to some personal things. So I'll probably be like out of commission for this month, maybe. Next month as well. How do you put it? Did nothing. I confess it's a little embarrassing to have it pointed out quite so starkly. But yes. I really have done nothing. Which means I can't be indicted for nothing. No. What? It's true. Personally, I've committed no crime. Yeah, so is this... I don't even know. I've merely been surrounded by full... This is like Gant. Like, upgraded Gant. Upgraded diamond. What, threatening them? Are you sure it wasn't just... bargaining? Yeah. They were both head of justice. Gant was police. Was he? I thought he was head of justice, right? Or was he just head of the police? Yeah, he was... Oh, he was head of police? What? Alright, fair dues then. Still ahead of something, though. Consider the situation. Oh, man. I'm out of gas, you know. I wonder how we're gonna get this guy to, like, fucking... to fucking knock a few back. Evidence was fabricated. Scapegoat. Yeah. So the Reaper of the Bailey was an organized group of assassins managed by Scotland Lag Inspector. And finally, that was all a mastermind by the Lord Chief Justice himself. The general public of Britain knew the truth. I assume. All faith in the police and the prosecution would be completely lost without doubt. Public order in the capital would completely break down. Would be cast back to the lawless days of the last century. Precisely. As it was 100 years ago when 1 in the 10 of the Wakun was. Think what we've accomplished since then, a public policing force, a comprehensive set of laws. And if we want to continue to protect this new era of law and order, I say again, we must at times occupy the darkness ourselves. This guy's off his rocker. We have successfully identified and apprehended the man responsible for taking Inspector Gregson's life. That is all that was expected of this trial. Yeah. Will be eliminated from the minute of these proceedings. And to protect Her Majesty the Queen, of course. Well, my lords, ladies and gentlemen, what say you? Yeah, that's a point. The things Lord Strong has done are quite unforgivable. Yeah, man. But on the other hand, isn't that due to maintain law and order in the capital? Yeah, that's true. Status quo and all that jazz. By fair means of foul, that's all thanks to Lord Stronghad. Whoa. Well, I would say this, how did the gallery... Yeah, you hearing this? This is the will of the British judiciary? Can Van Zieg say silence? For your rousing response, friends, I express my heartfelt gratitude. I don't know how he could be still on his high horse for this. Therefore, in accordance with the overwhelming minutes of the court, the record shall be erased. Yeah, you have to respect the man's ability to turn the situation to his favor. Lord Stronghad really is a master of manipulation. You've conclusively proven his guilt, yet he still manages to evade justice. Let's just don't know what we can do. Inosuke. Looks like the trial really is going to come to an end now. I'm almost out of options, I think. There's really only one path left open for me. You can even hear it from the safe phone. Is it time to use evidence? I think it's time to... Can I go on the ears? Is it time for Sholmes? When all games are over, it's obvious choice. Let my voice reverberate around the courtroom and make the people listen to reason.
Objection.
Okay. That was the easy part. What do I say next? As a man who fought many battles in this very courtroom, let me offer some advice. Objections need substance behind them. Otherwise, they are merely objectable. Defense. There's no objection to be penalized in this instance. Are they going to go back to Stronghand? Yeah, use evidence. Alright. Maybe... Yeah, here comes. The evidence. Use some evidence. You know, I was going to do the objection for the evidence. Come on, man. The only thing that carries any weight in this card. Evidence. Hard evidence. Mr. Harder. What evidence is there to use at the stage in this trial? I have an idea. I don't know whether the thing will come of it, but... if there's ever a time we use this particular item, we have among the other... Is it actually the rabbit? I don't think it's the rabbit. Is it the rabbit? I don't think it's the rabbit. No way it's the rabbit.
Take that.
Oh my, yes. Mr. Sholmes asked if we had that with you earlier. We exposed all the Longstronghand's wrongdoing now. I have no doubt that Mr. Sholmes had already deduced exactly how the truth would unfold. I think it's time for the great detective to take the center stage, don't you? Oh, do we have to do one last deduction? That'll be cool if we do. Let's take the hair by the ears then and heave. All right, here goes. Heave! Ow, ow! Dear fellows, must I remind you every time a gentle tug would suffice? Mr. Sholmes, looking in quite the wrong direction, Mr. Naruhodo. Because I'm over here. Ah, Mr. Naruhodo, he's... what the hell? Hologram. It's Mr. Sholmes. Oh, wait, you can walk? That's what... okay, this game's going wild. I wasn't expecting you back, Sholmes. Delighted to be here. How? I wasn't expecting this, and I was not expecting a hologram of Sholmes to be in here. Bailiff sees him. You can't seize him. This is a close card. No, yeah. What the? We can't get hold of him, my lord. Yeah, we just go right to it. Wait, this dance is actually real? I've seen these in videos. I thought this was... this dance is actually real. This is actually legit. A legit thing he does in the game. What the hell? Mr. Naruhodo, I must congratulate you on your fine deduction. Mr. Sholmes, what on earth is... what's going on? Are you familiar, I wonder? With the invention known as the telephone? Telephone? Oh yes, I hear that some public telephones have been installed recently in Tokyo. The sound of the speaker voice is converted to an electrical signal and transmitted instantly to another place. Quite. Sounds are transmitted. So could not images keep them company, I mused? Iris and I did some modest experimentation. Yeah, this is like... this does not exist in real life. Like through calls. A hologram. No. No. Somewhat incidentally, Mr. Sholmes. Now you're just being immodest. Do you mean to say you're not actually here, Sholmes? Ah, I knew my trusty partner would have no trouble grasping the concept. I bet you somebody in the gallery is like, wait. Mikitoba is the assistant? He's his assistant? Oh, father. I would have hoped you might have been forewarned, being the great detective's great partner. Yeah, he's the partner? Leave my corridors wrong. Get out, or I swear to you. Dear me, you on the other hand, Lord Stronghand, appear to have a very poor grasp of the situation. I can't believe Sholmes is actually going to close this out. Allow me to reiterate, I am not here, which would, I hope, lead naturally to one asking, where exactly are you? The very question I was awaiting. I am at present, enjoying the air in a rather splendid garden. A garden? Not just any garden, you understand. A garden at Buckingham Palace. What? You can't be. Buckingham Palace? It's Buckingham Palace, Mr. Zado. I never heard of it. You ever read the news, Miss Naruhodo? That's where the Queen lives. Mr. Sholmes? Is Iris with you there? Ah, well now. Iris is currently enjoying some tea. With Her Majesty. Her Majesty? Not just any of Her Majesty, you understand. Her Majesty, the Queen of British Empire. What? What on earth is this all about? Buckingham Palace. It's Her Majesty's Queen's residence in London, Miss Naruto. Order in the court. I demand immediate silence. Her Majesty the Queen. Can't be. I mean, no. This is some sort of unforgivable, distasteful trickery by a third-rate detective, that's all. Unforgivable, distasteful trickery. What an apt description. A closed court session attended by the elite members of the judiciary is a rare event. I presume Her Majesty would be more than a little curious about the proceedings. So I decided to show her everything from start to finish. Huh? You showed her? Indeed. She's seeing this right now. The remote cinematographer. Cinematography? You meddling. Yeah, isn't this a close card? Ooh. No doubt you inferred. I'm getting hot and sweaty here. It's hot, actually hot and bothered here. You don't mean. Her Majesty have seen and heard every moment of proceedings. I assume there will be no objections after all. Every trial in this country is conducted under the auspices of Her Majesty, as you know. You. I confess. I'm quite impatient to hear Her Majesty's opinion. About the unforgivably distasteful trickery in which you've been engaged over the past 10 years. No, I was merely... Oh, so to keep you all waiting, Vicky and I had so much to talk about. Wow. There you are, Vicky and I. I have a little message here from Her Majesty. A message. Well then, if everyone's sitting comfortably. Forthwith and with immediate effect, all authority previously afforded to male Stronghand is hereby revoked forevermore. Furthermore, he will be prosecuted for his crimes against his country in a public trial by jury in the coming days. So, it seems that Her Majesty doesn't believe we need to fight fire with fire. Justice in this country need to be administered from the shadows at all. Mel Stronghand. The darkness you fostered to conceal your despicable actions these last 10 years is a thing of the past now. After today, your brand of law and order has no future, because no longer you are, or are you, the Lord Chief Justice. In the eyes of the law and Her Majesty the Queen, you are nothing but a criminal. Get in there. Get fucked. Adjourned. Adjourned. Oh, I'm not going to go through it. Classic slap of the... Oh, shit. Guilty. Damn. That's pretty funny. Oh, shit. It's like... it's going to break. Oh... Oh, shit's gonna topple over? Yeah, I'm not gonna do the voice. I'm not gonna do it, sorry. I would just do a and that's it. Nah. Leave it be. Oh shit, he's covered in soot. Lachlan Van Zeeks left a will in which he confessed to everything. When those words came out of Sogi's mouth, he deranged me completely. I knew I must do everything in my power to contain the situation. But I couldn't find the damn document. I searched his cell, but it wasn't there. Which precipitated the jailbreak plot, I presume. What do you mean? The need to obtain that will was all-consuming. I was sure that if I facilitated Sogi's escape, he would emerge with the will somewhere on his person. Yeah, but despite searching his limp body in the cemetery that night, it still eluded me. It never even crossed my mind that it was concealed in the sword's hilt. True. I think that was the perfect place to put it in there. Because the British is not known for the swords, the katanas. They wouldn't expect... Yeah, who would expect like an actual compartment in the hilt? What pains me now is that my brother left this world without a word to me. I'm sorry, Lord Van Zieks. In point of fact, I think perhaps that isn't the case. Sorry? What can it be? There is more to his last will and testament. Is there? I thought we read it all. As I confronted the prospect of my demise, I felt bitterly regret for my younger brother. Barak, you've always looked up to me, and now you follow in my footsteps to become a prosecutor. It is my fervent wish that my unspeakable deeds should not hinder your advancement. I ask not for your understanding, for none could understand my depravity. I only ask for forgiveness. I think we said that line already. Pretty sure we said that. Sogi is, yeah, fine detective and a hunter worthy of respect. He has agreed to honor my final two wishes. The first is that his document survives. The second, I cannot commit to paper. I have confessed my sins to my wife. May she find resolution in my death. If my eternal God... Wait, is she alive? Is it his wife? Pinned by the seats. I don't think Clint. Who's gonna do the judge? Who's gonna say not guilty? Yes. No strong hand? You could conclude with Seishiro's Jigoku in a criminal plot so immense it expanded the oceans. You cold-heartedly murdered all those who knew the truth about what happened 10 years ago. Why did you set about that now, a whole decade later? We're sent to the very peak. These last 10 years made me realize being the Lord Chief Justice wasn't enough, short of becoming Her Majesty's Attorney General. I could have no real power to effect the changes needed in this country. For that promotion, I needed to ensure no remnants of the past remained. How could you? I liked everything to run smoothly in the exact manner that I prescribed. Like a well-oiled machine. And I was just a step away. For your ambitions to succeed. Did you ever bother to count the number of brilliant people you had killed? Ah, Mr. Reaper. You're not forgetting something? Such as... You very much adopted your usual prosecutor-like demeanor in the proceedings now. But the reality of the situation is that you are the defendant in this trial. Ah. However, the presiding judge would appear to have fallen from the bench, as it were. Oh, may I suggest, therefore, that we entrust the final adjudication to an old friend? My lord. As a member of the judiciary, I have been following the proceedings from the gallery. Oh, he was chilling in the gallery, and I must say, I shall never forget the extraordinary battle between good and evil that I've witnessed here today. Yeah, this guy was a true homie, this guy. This judge, he's cool. Darkness that had blighted justice in our land these past 10 years has been, alas, dispelled. Thanks in no small part to the efforts of bright young star from the east. Yeah, this is a cool music as well. Defense Counsel Naruhodo? Yes, my lord. On behalf of everybody here present in the Old Bailey, I give you my heartfelt thanks. You're too kind, my lord. First time I faced you in court, just under a year ago now. I had the faintness of intimidations. Intimidation? Intimation. What? What was? Hold on. Intimations. Intimations. That if the British justice so warped and twisted over his long history was finally known to change. He was the man to do it. This might just be the man to do it. What? But at the time, I wouldn't allow myself to acknowledge the possibility. I couldn't overcome my hatred of the Japanese after the circumstances of my brother's death. Mr. Naruhodo, allow me to apologize for countless discourtesies on my part. You are a lawyer of boundless talent. Oh, Lord Van Zieks. When I first arrived in Great Britain, I was literally a nobody. Certainly not a lawyer. The truth is, my fortunes have entirely been made by the miraculous people I met. My best friend, Kazuma Sogi, who led me here to Britain in the first place. My loyal and ever patient judicial assistant, Mrs. Addo, who helped me study to become a lawyer. The brilliant Lord Van Zieks, who never failed to challenge his Nipponese rival. And not to mention, the exceptional master of logic and reasoning, who showed me the true art of destruction, Mr. Sholmes. Sholmes? Saying the best for last, Mr. Naruto. What a relief. I'm well aware that without all these people's help and support, I wouldn't be where I am today. The truth is a guiding light that always leads to happiness. I lived by that principle for a long time now, but actually, it's not true. Truth can also cause great pain, sometimes even leave people on the brink of despair. And for that reason, there are those who feel the need to hide the truth, who do it instinctively and even. But as soon as we allow our eyes to settle on something other than the truth, the darkness takes hold. From there it grows, until eventually it makes us blind to the guiding light of the truth altogether. So that's why it's my belief that we must all resolve never to avert our eyes from what is just and true. So that we could continue to walk the straight and narrow path ahead. Well, I must excuse myself now. But before I go, Mr. Naruto, let me compliment you on your ground opus. What? Without your beautifully composed case against Lord Stronghard, Her Majesty would have not been able to act. Thanks to you and your fellows, the haunting undertones corrupting Britain's justice system has been silenced. Thank you very much. So, until our paths cross again somewhere. Well then, it would appear that the long trial has finally come to an end. My apologies for any anxiety caused, my lord. I'm quite sure we shall meet again here in the courtroom before long, Prosecutor Baroque Van Zieks. Sorry, I was running out of breath there. Alright, it's time. I hereby declare the defendant Baroque Van Zieks not guilty. Yatta! How about the fireworks? And that's all. Court is adjourned.